Hello again, my Digi friends. I hope you're ready for another fusion video. Because I love it in Dragon Ball just as much as I love it in everywhere else. It's also one of the few gimmick evolutions that has stuck around in Digimon after all these years. So in spirit of keeping that tradition alive, I'll be making 5 more fusions. And because it's usually the protagonist getting all the fun power-ups, I'll be going through the Digimon seasons with a fine-tooth comb to pick out the best villains to progress together, just to see what foul baddies I can whip up. I hope you all enjoy. Let's start off the Fusion Extravaganza with some Digimon Frontier Nasties. The Royal Knights themselves, LordKnightmon and Dynasmon, the dark foil to our Digidestined. In the show, they pair off against Spirit Fusion duo Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon pretty regularly. So what if they tried the enemy technique on their own? What if they progressed into Imperiousmon, a mega-level Digimon? Digital World legend speaks of how in ancient times the world had fallen and was being undone. In a last bid to save existence, LordKnightmon and Dynasmon became one, and the newly born Imperiousmon absorbed the remaining data of the lost digital world and remade a new world from its own body and Digicore. So I know I just said I'd be doing bad guys, but as noble members of the Royal Knights, I had to keep it a bit more on the side of good. For body shape, Dynasmon does take the center stage in this fusion a bit, but losing a bit of his draconic look to look more knightly. Also, I made the wings take after LordKnightmon's ribbon swords instead of Dynamon's wings. Alright, let's get a little darker with Digimon Data Squad. So in this series, we do kinda get an antagonist fusion when Professor Akihiro uploads himself into Belphemon in a bid to control its awesome power. Instead of more traditional DNA digivolution or even biomerge, we just get a bit of body horror. I mean, being reduced to a face peeping out of monster's flesh is pretty bad, but character design-wise, how about we reckon things a bit and say he uploaded a few of his man-made Digimon Gizmon into the beast instead. And as a result, we get Belphemon, a mega-level Digimon. The hubris board attempts to control its seething rage have only industrialized its wrath. It shall never sleep again. I wanted to make something kinda gross to show the Dr. Frankenstein wannabe's major oopsie doopsie. It's slapdash all around, with loose tubing still hanging around, only one of the hands being completed, biotanks implemented, even without being sure you could control the living thing you were hacking into. Maybe if the professor was less maddened by hubris, he could have had somebody help him. But with insanity of the project from the start, he can only dream of reaching something barely restrained as even an Ava unit. By the way, and want to give me support? Hit the like and subscribe button. I've set my sights on reaching 10k subs this year and every bit helps. That's all, and now back to the art. The next series I'll put my grubby mitts on will be Tamers. Now, one of the major threats in the series is the Digimon Sovereigns, who send out their 12 Devas to harass our heroes. With how the 4 Digimon Sovereigns can combine into Holongmon, maybe we should let their servants enjoy the same technique to become Behemothmon, a mega-level Digimon. Known as the king of all beast Digimon, its mind-boggling size causes the digital world to change with every action, trampling mountains with each step, carving valleys with its whipping tail, summoning mist and fog with its breath, and causing extinctions with its hunger. It sleeps at the heart of the world for eons before rising once again. Now, some might think using a biblical being as a fusion for clearly Chinese mythological based group might be weird, but consider this. I thought combining all 12 animal Digimon could be really messy chimera thing. Not you, you're perfect. so I went with a single form that ruled them all instead. I was also drawing from the legends where battle between a behemoth and Leviathan would bring about the end times. And we already got Leviathan doing its part, so the path was really clear after that. The jaw is mixed between canine and dragon. Give it some nice boar tusk and rooster comb to add some color to the head. It's got a front paws from a tiger, middle claws like a lizard, and back hooves like a goat. Its tail is lizard, but maybe I could have gone with a monkey or a snake tail. There is a lot of ways to customize this kind of beast. Color-wise, why I went with purple is simple. All the other fantasy behemoth use purple, so I did the same as well. How original. And now let's move on to Digimon Adventure and Digimon 02. Hey, do you all remember that during the final showdown with MaloMyotismon, they go to the world of dreams? With the ability to make dreams turn into reality, the kids are able to conjure up their partner's forms and are able to take the fight to MaloMyotismon no problem. But what if MaloMyotismon was also able to use the same trick and use his dissatisfaction and anger to summon up his defeated ultimate form, VenomMyotismon, for a second chance? Progressing with its failed past, you get Arukenimon, a mega level Digimon. Created from something closer to self-cannibalization than fusion, Arukenimon is the embodiment of corruption and despair. Its crimson veins pulses with toxic essence that warps reality and drains life from all it touches. With the cunning sorcery of MaloMyotismon and feral brutality of VenomMyotismon, it commands legions as it seeks to consume both the digital and human worlds. Since Malo is the dreamer and Venom is the dream, I made Malo the base for it while Venom provides the silhouette. And while I like the shoulder mouth, Sodom and Gomorrah, I decided to give them a bit more shaping and some of the red hair to connect it to VenomMyotismon. I also imagined them getting a bit of sapience with the evolution, so they talk some game when they are shooting projectiles. I did also mix in some Neo-Myotismon. I thought that this fusion could happen with any of the trio Myotismon, Malo, Venom, and Neo, to make Arukenimon. With that, let's get to our fifth and final fusion with the 02 cast, with our favorite duo of Arukenimon and Mummymon. With progress being such a key evolution method after Digimon Emperor arc, so what if they learn from the kids who foiled their every plans finally progress themselves? You get Swathmon, Mega Level Digimon, the eerie progress of Arukenimon and Mummymon. This specter haunts the dark corners of the digital world. It lures its prey away from safety before binding them up in bandages that paralyze their limbs. As whispers travel along the thread and corrupts the prey's data until it can only welcome the peace of being consumed. So with both Arukenimon and Mummymon having binding attacks, the core theme was pretty obvious. I used Arukenimon's spider body plans as the base, similarly how XBmon is base to Pyodramon. To make up for it, Mummymon got the human torso theming. For the spider body, I kept the red of the original but made it more armor than organic. With a wrapped up underside, you can remember it's a fusion. I added in realistic spider face mainly for the front manipulator arms, also because I think spider face can be kinda cute in a weird way. Something about those big old eyes, you know? That's it for this video. I hope you enjoy my take on fusing bad guys through the series. Let me know in the comments your most and least favorite or just any helpful feedback. Give me a subscribe to see more and be sure to share this video with your friends so they see this good stuff too. And if you really want to help out, membership and Patreon are now up. I'll get to work on the next video and I hope to see you all sometime soon.